August 13, 1962, Eddie Mack and Judy Young welcomed their second of 4 children, Cyndi, to their family in Scott County, Illinois. Cyndi and her siblings, Debbie, Sherry, and Bradley, are the 7th generation in the Young family grain and livestock farm. She had an idyllic childhood with grandparents nearby, cousins to play with. Cyndi attended Winchester High School and was active in 4-H and FFA. She was in the drama club and on the newspaper and yearbook staffs. She was a class officer 3 years and in the prom court her senior year. She was voted girl most likely to succeed by her classmates her senior year and was selected Scott County Fair Queen.
After high school, Cyndi studied agricultural education with an emphasis in animal science at Western Illinois University. She served as vice president of the WIU Agricultural Council, WIU Collegiate FFA Public Relations Officer, WIU Ag Department Ambassador, and Alpha Gamma Sigma Ag Fraternity Daughter of Demeter President. Cyndi was also president of the Hoof and Horn Club at Western and regional vice president of the National Flock and Bridle Club. It was during the group's national meeting at the North American International Livestock Expo that Cyndi met Young-Puyear, a college student at Illinois State University. They became friends. Good friends. More on that later.
During college, Cyndi spent most of her summers working as nature director at the Western Illinois 4-H camp. During her senior year in college, Cyndi served as Midwest Cattlemen's Beef Queen and then was crowned Illinois Beef Queen, which landed her an interview with Orion Samuelson. Cyndi spent a semester student teaching, and while she loved her students and believed in agricultural education, she ended up taking a different career path.
Cyndi accepted her first job at WJIL WJVO in Jacksonville, Illinois on April Fool's Day, 1985. And that is no joke. She had another job lined up, but Mike Perrine called her mom to tell her about an opening at the station. Mike has always been a good salesman, and Cyndi interviewed with the GM on a Friday and started the next Monday. There, Cyndi learned the ropes of radio, doing a little bit of everything, including answering the phone, writing copy, and being a DJ. She even sold advertising and eventually was able to put her ag background to good use when she became assistant farm director to Mike Perrine. When Mike left the station in 1987 to pursue another opportunity, she was promoted to farm director. Later that year, she joined the NAFB. While at WJIL, Cyndi was very active in the community. She worked closely with the Illinois FFA Association and with county 4-H groups. In 1989, Cyndi accepted a position with Ron Hayes at the Oklahoma Agronet as associate farm director. Like many of us in the livestock industry, she loaded all of her belongings into that livestock trailer, and then her dad drove the truck and trailer with Cyndi following in her car. It turned out she'd only be in Oklahoma a short time, but it was a valuable experience.
Soon she was back in Illinois to take over as farm director at WTAX in Springfield. She quickly established herself in the community and received numerous awards and recognition. Throughout the 90s, Cyndi was very involved with NAFB. She chaired Trade Talk, served as Eastern Region Vice President, and planned and hosted regional meetings. She chaired Washington Watch and numerous other committees. She was named East Region Farm Broadcaster of the Year in 1997, and also that year, NAFB Farm Broadcaster of the Year. A longtime supporter of the NAFB Foundation, Cyndi was a member of the foundation board for 17 years and served as vice president. During that time, she was a driving force in organizing the notorious Lake Girls Gang, which started the bidding on a weekend at Al Johnson and Sarah Wyant's Lake of the Ozarks home as part of the NAFB Foundation auction, a tradition which has continued now for 11 years.
1997 was a very important year for Cyndi. She reconnected with Young-Puyear that year at the Illinois Beef Expo. In 1998, Cyndi accepted the position of Regional Farm Director for the Brownfield Network, covering agriculture, working in affiliate relations, and selling advertising in her home state of Illinois. When she moved to Missouri, Jim did too. They bought a farm near Jamestown where they raised Simmental cattle. Jim proposed in 2002, and they got married in their little country church in 2003. Every one of the women standing up at her wedding were farm broadcasters. Marla Behrens, Kim DeLoe Lang, Cyndi Zimmerman, and Cindy Cunningham. Cyndi made her first international trip in the early 90s and went on to travel to 15 different countries covering agriculture. She climbed the Great Wall of China, waded in the Dead Sea, went to Red Square, and visited China, Hong Kong, Jordan, and Zimbabwe. She's also traveled to Germany and Switzerland with both BASF and Bayer. Over the years, Cyndi has been a fixture behind the mic and on the stage of numerous events for ag groups and organizations.
Cyndi has also had a great impact on Brownfield Ag News. In 2001, she was promoted to Director of Brownfield and Ag Operations for Learfield Communications. She helped grow Brownfield's Ag Radio Network from less than 200 stations in 1998 to the behemoth it is today with over 550 affiliate stations. Cyndi has also doubled the number of NAFB farm broadcasters on the Brownfield team, and she's brought several young and some not so young journalists into farm broadcasting and the NAFB.
Cyndi's passion for this industry and dedication to continue to bring talented young journalists into the fold of agriculture is impressive. She is part of the reason young women continue to make their mark in farm broadcasting. Cyndi has taken many young men and women under her wing, helping and mentoring them. She has played an integral role in their professional development, education, and involvement not only in NAFB, but in agriculture as well. Through the years, both on and off the air, Cyndi Young-Puyear has been an ambassador for agriculture. Her dedication to farmers and ranchers and her active involvement in the farm broadcasting industry have led to a well-earned place in the National Association of Farm Broadcasting's Hall of Fame.